Hello, I'm Gat and welcome back to the video. Today I have some Fortnite news to share with you all, and it is a quick little update that just came out for Fortnite on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and the PC. It's the 1.7.2 patch, and it's not a giant patch, but it does change a few things that you will want to be aware of because it changes the weapons you'll want to pick up. So that's what we're going through in today's video. Let's get straight into it, shall we? So let's start with the very first stuff, which is the weapon stuff. I feel like this is always the biggest change in any patch note, even though it's not what they go with first, because they have changed the medium ammo stack, i.e. the ammo you don't find in a gun, the ammo you just find on your own, like, loose bullets. Basically, they've made it go from 10 bullets to 20 bullets. So they now make up more than half of the rounds in your magazine, which means that essentially you can now use assault rifles a lot easier than you could before. You get double the amount of ammo that you otherwise would get, and that's actually pretty nuts when you think about it, because it means that now all of the assault rifles, which were already probably the king weapons in the game, are now even more king, and you can take more shots against people, and you can do better stuff at long ranges. So basically, buff to the assault rifles indirectly through the medium ammo. They've also changed the rocket ammo spawn rate to decrease by 25%, so rocket launchers and grenade launchers just got a little bit weaker, and they've also made it so players no longer display their weapon while in down but not out, DBNO as they call it. So yeah, that's three big changes. One of those is for squads and duos, and again, it might be a big deal because it means you can't work out what someone has, but the other two are actually kind of big deals because it means you have to work out what weapons you're getting a little bit differently. If you have, 7 weapons on the ground, you've got to pick 5 of them. The assault rifles are now way more valuable because, again, you can get more ammo for them, and it means a legendary scar gets more powerful, but even a, common assault rifle is worth picking up sometimes over perhaps like, a rare SMG or something like that. So just keep that in mind, that your medium ammo is going to be happening a lot more, therefore you'll kill more people and get more medium ammo, and therefore you can be more liberal with your assault rifle. So also we have gameplay changes, such as being able to switch between teammates while spectating. So when you spectate, when you die, you can now pick who you're spectating, if you're on a team at least. Fixed an issue which caused enemy players to instantaneously appear once they emerge from behind an object. This issue occurs frequently if shadows were disabled in the game options. Again, kind of a big deal, I guess. Fixed a bug which allowed players to jump indefinitely. Again, just a little bug thing. I haven't spotted it, but maybe you have. Fixed an issue which caused down but not out, DBNO, to trigger jump pads, so that's when you die but not really dead. Apparently you could jump on jump pads, which is kind of funny. And then they fixed an issue which caused the crosshair hit markers to sometimes not show up. So again, that's one I actually have run across personally, and it's a tiny one, but it means that now you can definitely tell when you have hit someone. Then there's performance increases, such as increasing the time, loading times, frame rates, making sure they're better, and also reducing the time it takes to load in from the map from the matchmaking lobby. This is quite impressive because they already decrease it by about a minute on average, or maybe I'm just lucky, but either way, it's gone down by about a minute at least, and now looks like it's going down even more. And also they have added sensitivity sliders for targeting and scope multiplier. So I assume targeting is when you're using the left trigger or using the aim in option, and scoped is when you're using a sniper rifle. Now you can set those on separate sensitivities, because some people, this is something I do in some games if it gives me the option. When you're in a sniper rifle, you want either a lot higher sensitivity to like just scoom around and do crazy quick scoping nonsense, or you want a lower sensitivity so you can really take your time in a shot and really make sure stuff's going right. That now has a separate slider, and so does targeting. So I'm actually going to be trying to play around with those a little bit, and I'd recommend you do the same. Removed mouse smoothing, and also players can now tilt the camera higher and lower than before, so you have more access to controlling your camera, which can only be a good thing. They also increase the distance that building audio can be heard, so now that building's a little bit nerfed, I guess. And also VoIP, so game chat, has been added to the PC. Push to talk is on by default and is bound to the Y key. Voice activation is also an option, and squad voice chat is on by default. So basically PC players now have a proper option to talk to each other in the game, which I think is good if you want to just play with strangers. Maybe I should do that sometime. Maybe that's a fun idea. I've yet to see how that really works on console, but that's something we'll have to wait and see. So basically this update was a small one. It looks like though they have a dedication to these balance changes, to making sure stuff is always tweaked and stuff is a bit more powerful. But the only thing I don't understand is last week, the update seemed to balance up all the weapons and make them a bit better. The scoped assault rifle was a bit OP, so they nerfed it, and scoped the semi-auto was a little bit weak, so they made it better. SMG, stuff like that. They took the bad weapons and made them good, and they took the good weapons, the really good ones, and made them a little bit worse to even out the playing field. But this time they just seem to increase the amount of ammo you get for the already best weapons in the game, and then decrease the rocket ammo spawn rates, which maybe they're OP or something, but it doesn't really seem to be like something that will change the game too much for the better in any way. It will just change the game and change how you play it, and hopefully watching this video will help you play it better. So yeah, with that said, I will be maybe uploading more on this channel. I don't know for certain why I'm doing it, but I'm just playing some Fortnite for now, and over the next week or so you should expect some gameplay of some variety, maybe. So thank you very much for watching today's video, and I guess I'll see you all in another one. Goodbye.